Hello everyone, welcome to Crafty Soup. My name is Misty. The first of the month is always Scrapbook kit building time for me as part of the team at the Counterfeit Kit Challenge, so that is what I'm going to be working on today. If you don't know what the Counterfeit Kit Challenge is, I will leave you links below and you can come and check us out. We're a free, friendly crafting group that helps you build scrapbooking kits and inspires you to use them through the month. Each month we have a hostess who chooses an inspiration kit, and this month our hostess is Anna, and she chose a digital kit from Traci Reed called Time to Thrive, Digital and Printable Scrapbook Collection. Now, I am a Traci Reed fan. I do own some Traci Reed products, although I don't believe that I own this particular kit. So I will look through my supplies and see. So here is an overview of the kit, and we will dive a little deeper. This is her digital kit. Now, I know not everybody is a digital scrapbooker. However, we can take inspiration. For example, there's these little tiny stars. There is some kind of twine in here. We have florals, butterflies, hearts, buttons. What else do we have? Possibly some word phrases in puffy letters or puffy stickers. I see some circular elements that I like. So let's keep looking at, she does offer the pattern papers as a separate collection. So if you're like me and you do hybrid scrapbooking, you can download and print the pattern papers. I don't print them 12 by 12 because I don't have a 12 by 12 printer. I just print them 8.5 by 11 and make do with whatever layout size I'm working on. She also offers various printables, and that usually involves journaling cards of some sort, and here are the samples of journaling cards this time around, as well as what she calls stickers, which end up for me being kind of cut apart ephemera. She does offer them so that you can cut them on a die cutting machine if that's your jam. Otherwise, you can fussy cut them out. Now, I am noticing in terms of elements, tags, labels, labels with phrases and words on them, different shape tags, some tabs, florals, hearts, butterflies, which we noticed in the digital kit. I do like these numbers. I often like to number my journaling, so that might play a role this time around. In terms of overall theme and colors, I'm seeing rainbow colors with a richer orangey red, which is not quite my thing, so I'm not sure I'm going to go there. There's also yellows, navies, pinks, greens, blues. So in the rainbow, you can pick and choose what inspires you. For patterns, I'm seeing stripes, plaids, hearts. I really like navy right now, and this, I know that's awfully small to see. It looks like the larger version may be kind of a houndstooth, or perhaps it's just a plaid. Here we go. That's a look at it. That's just kind of a plaid. So I will take a bunch of these ideas to my supplies and put together a kit. Now, I am building a regular main kit this month, as well as I'm on board for doing the mini kit for the Counterfeit Kit group this month. So I'm going to be looking at this with those two sets of eyes. So let me go do that, and then I'll be back with what I've got accomplished for you for my main kit. All right, when I started my kit build, I started with papers, which is pretty typical, and I am working pretty closely with the kit this time. So first up, I chose a bold stripe to go with that one. And next I chose a black and white stripe. Mine is a bit smaller, but that's okay. And I was excited to find this scallop print, which I forgot I had, so that made it in there. And next up was a dark floral bold print to go with the kit. And then I found this yellow plaid. Mine is showing up neon on the screen, but it's not quite that neon. And while I was in my plaids, I did find a green plaid, which goes with some of the green in the kit, and I will make some decisions on those later. I did find this blue plaid. I'm not entirely sure about it, but I got really excited when I found this kind of polka dot print, which matches the pattern quite nicely on both the blue and the pink in the kit. And I found this cream and black polka dot print, which has a B side that matches with some of the florals in the kit. And I had chosen that specifically for a floral element, and I pulled out some extra florals while I was in there. And then I turned my attention to the green kind of foliage print. I pulled out a couple of greens, and then I realized while I was in there, I had some blue kind of foliage floral prints as well to go with the blues in the kit. And so I'm going to need to pare some of this stuff down. But I'm still pulling papers. For those bold black florals, I found this, which is a little less floral, so I liked that. And then I turned to the heart print. So that was all of the papers I pulled. Now it's a process of elimination. And how I'm going to do that is I'm just going to go step by step through the kit. So I didn't have that first paper, but I did have a scallop border paper. No pink paper this time, but I did have that dark floral print. I skipped kind of a multicolored stripe and the pink dotted as well as that rainbow, and I moved on to that yellow plaid. So I'm going to get that pulled in there. And then after the yellow plaid was another bold floral, which I'm going to keep this kind of bold florally polka dot in there. And then we've got our black and white stripe, which I knew I was going to keep in there for sure. Next up is a yellow paper, which I already have enough yellows in the kit. So I moved on to the heart print, and I'm going to keep that heart print that I pulled. Next up is that green foliage. So now I got to make some decisions. Which ones of these foliage prints do I want? At first I thought I was going to use that one, but it turns out it's a little too yellow, and I've got enough yellow in the kit. I wanted something definitely more green. So I'm looking through here to see where I'm going to go with that. And I'm going to keep the green plaid in place of that foliage. And then the bold stripes were definitely going to stay. So there's another green print in the kit, and I'm looking through my papers, and I don't know why it took me so long to look, but I know I wanted to keep that particular green floral print in place of that other green. It's kind of a circular pattern. And then there was another flower print that I skipped, and I'm moving on to the blues, and I'm trying to decide which shade of blue I want. I've got kind of more, something leaning more towards teal, and then something much more sky blue. And since it has little tiny flowers on it, it kind of reads like a polka dot, like the print in the kit. So I'm going to keep that one. And then I skipped the blue plaid for a moment because I knew I wanted that cream and white polka dots. And so I pull back in with that blue plaid, and I'm deciding that blue is leaning more towards the purple periwinkle. So I'm going to eliminate that one. And I have enough going on here anyway. So that's going to be my paper selections. As for embellishments, I knew I wanted hearts and numbers, so I pulled those things first. And this collection of stickers has a few elements in it that I think I will use, maybe some of the phrases, but probably some of those tags. So I am going to go ahead and tuck that in there. I'm pulling out the 2 sheets that I'm most likely to use, but the whole thing will just go in my kit for now. I did want some butterflies and definitely some texture in here because Traci Reed's digital kit has a lot of texture. So I pulled out some chipboard, and that piece is from Prima, so I added that in there. And while I was looking through my chipboards, I found this collection, which I think is Amy Tangerine. And while it's a summer collection, it does have some of the theme of the Traci Reed kit, which I didn't really touch on before, which is kind of a self-care theme. And this chipboard set has kind of a daily gratitude theme to it, which reminds me of mindfulness practice that I'm working on. So I wanted to take my theme for this kit in a daily mindfulness direction. So these stickers also have some other elements in there with phrases and circles that I noticed in the Traci Reed kit. So theme-wise and element-wise, I am pulling that. And then I found some ephemera that matches the Prima kit, and then I just pulled in some more Jen Hadfield ephemera because some of the colors were good. I didn't look at it much, so that might not play a big role. And then a few more tiny textural elements. And then this stamp set also has kind of a daily theme to it, which will play into my mindfulness theme for this kit. And finally, I have this label set, which I noticed a lot of in the Traci Reed collection, and I haven't played with it much. I watched some tutorials that use Archival Ink because that set does print and die cut at the same time. So I will play with that on my Forgery on the 4th video. So stay tuned for that. And then to top off this kit, I pulled out a whole bunch of alphabets because I was feeling completely indecisive and I've been struggling with alphabets lately. So I'm just going to have lots of choices so that I can give myself a break from the alphabet struggle. So that does wrap up my kit for this month. I will be back on the 4th with the Forgery on the 4th project to add some embellishments to this kit. And I will be back on the 6th with a mini kit based on this same inspiration. So I do hope you will join me for those 2 videos coming up really soon. Until then, have an artful day.